Good morning. We are leaving Shelly Beach this morning, heading up north to I don't know where. This area of Coromandel I haven't really been to before, so it'll be interesting to see what we see. I want to get to New Chums Beach before we ultimately end up in Whitianga this evening. I've got a campsite booked there, so let's go. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma here. I have just passed Colville and made our way up to this basically decision point. This car that's coming up towards me, that's where I was driving. We've reached this junction essentially where there's Port Jackson on one side and the road to Port Charles on the other. Now, I don't know whether either of these are worth visiting. And I've done a bit of a Google, and it seems like there are 6-7 hour long hikes and sometimes even like 3-day hikes worth doing there. But just to drive there, I don't drive there and then drive back. I don't know if it's worth it. And I also came across an article that said the road from Colville to Port Jackson and the road from Colville to Port Charles are the worst roads in New Zealand. They're gravel roads, they are often one-way roads, and if you do end up in a situation where there's like two cars trying to like cross past each other, there are points in which one car has to just reverse until there is enough space. So I am not the most confident driver. I have only been driving for a little while now. So I don't know if it's worth it. So I think the decision, we're going to head back. The drive to this point here though has been wonderful. Like we've been up hills, down hills, alongside beaches. Like I think like we've reached a pretty good point here. I'm just going to cross the road here. This is quite beautiful. There's like no one around. I mean, there are a couple cars around, but like, I think this is a good point to stop. And we're gonna turn back. We're gonna head back this way. Yeah, I would love to do the Coromandel Coaster Walk someday, but I think it would require more planning and booking accommodation as well, so we're heading back. Alright, so I'm back in Colville. It's an extremely small, town. It feels like it's smaller than a town. There's not a lot here. There's a school, there's a public hall, there's one shop called the Colville General Store. Let's have a look around. I see people come to the Coromandel to fish. So that was Colville. It feels like it's in another time period, especially compared to like Rotorua or Auckland or Wellington or Christchurch. Like pretty much anywhere else. Like, it feels very remote from the rest of the country. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are heading up north to either fish, to camp, to hike, to kayak. I've seen a lot of vehicles with like kayaks on top of the car. And here they're selling a lot of fishing gear. So yeah, happy for those people, but we're not going there. We're heading back down to Coromandel town and then cutting across to New Chums Beach. All right, let's go. Okay, so I actually forgot that this was here until my sister reminded me. It's a place called Driving Creek. We've just arrived here. It's an odd bunch of activities. They've got a train that runs throughout the hills here. They have zip lining, which seems like a lot of fun. And they've got like pottery classes, like a pottery workshop, as well as a store. I'm really tempted to do the zip lining, but it is a bit expensive. So we're going to see if the train is available. And I think the last train is at 3 and it's just past 2:30 now. So we'll see. All right. Well, this is interesting. I'm quite impressed by how quickly they can do this.